Hello YouTube, it's me John Avenger once again and welcome to the month of June. Yeah, I'm doing my video down here. I'm going to just postpone my podcast for tomorrow. And this is it, the month of June. This is the month where I'm doing movies that no one asked for month. We're starting with the 2015 sci-fi action movie that's over 2 hours long. And it's not good, but I don't think it's the worst of the entire, I don't think it's the worst thing ever. It's Terminator Genysis, yeah. This was wasted potential. This could have been a good movie after 1, 2, and 3, but no. Instead, we get a movie that starts off kind of promising when they're in the future, again, like in the original films. And John Connor is talking to these guys that they're waging war against the robots or machines, and then he has to go back in time to he has to send the Terminator back into 1984 to change the timeline. And I'm like, that's where the movie starts to take it in the ass. They have to constantly remind you of the first two movies and retconning what happened in those movies. Oh, he's back in 1984. They're recreating scenes from the original with CGI. It doesn't look better. You have the scene with the gangsters that get killed, that Arnold takes their clothes. They do that. And then when the older Arnold shows up, it's like, I've been waiting for you. That's when the movie really takes it in the ass, because they're just retconning things that happened in the original film. And the actors are not better. Other than Arnold, everybody else in the movie was miscast. Jai Courtney is not Kyle Reese. Fuck you. Emilia Clarke is not Sarah Connor. Not even close. Jason Clarke is not John Connor, and he's barely in the movie. He's in the beginning, then he disappears for halfway through the movie, and then they hug him, and then he's a Terminator. Yeah, they spoiled that in the trailer. I saw that coming when they spoiled everything in the trailer, that he's a machine and he's waging war on them. Who else is in the movie? J.K. Simmons, he's there to just be there. The other actors in the movie are very forgettable. The side characters are barely in the movie too. That Asian T-1000, again, looks nothing like Robert Patrick, and they just throw him there for fan service. The action it goes from okay to being completely stupid. The soundtrack, Bad Boys in a freaking Terminator movie, really. The score is good. I like the score. I think the score was one of the highlights of the movie, but the soundtrack is dumb. It's dumb. It's not like the badass soundtrack in the second movie. Bad to the Bone and all that. Yeah, you don't got none of that here. And also, Arnold has some of the dumbest lines. I'm old, but not obsolete. And a lot of Jai Courtney's dialogue is just explaining what's happening, or it's exposition. And I'm like, we already got the opening for that. You don't need to explain what's going on. And their American accents all blow chunks, man. And I say that because none of the actors are American. Arnold is German, Courtney is Australian, Jason Clarke's Australian, and Emilia Clarke's a Binto. What was I expecting? The first movie where you had American actors be in the roles, Linda Hamilton and Michael Biehn, who are way better than these two. These two have no chemistry whatsoever. They're just going through the motions. The action, it's PG-13, so you can't even depend on the gore in this one. And it's just way too long. If you had cut the fan service of the first two movies and you were your own thing, it would be at least decent, like just Salvation was. It wasn't R, but at least it was different. It was John Connor in the future fighting against the machines of different kinds. They didn't have to retcon the first three movies. And it's dull at times. The CG, some of it looks okay and some of it looks terrible. The helicopter scene was done better in the second movie. You have... the ending is a cop-out. Oh, Arnold dies? No, he just gets upgraded. And I'm like, yeah, it's a cop-out. And they have this new backstory where Sarah Connor knew him as a kid. No, I'm so not buying that. She met him when she was an adult in 1984, when she was a waitress in Los Angeles or whatever, and then he tries to kill her. That's what happened. Not trying to retcon it. And I'm like, yeah, the movie's just, it's just uneventful. It wasn't necessary? No. We could have had 3 movies and I would have been fine with that. 3 has its flaws, but retconning the first 2 movies wasn't one of them, where they had to make this new timeline. And yeah, it falls flat. Like, it's not the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's not a good movie. It's not better than the first 3. And it's barely better than Salvation, and it's only because Arnold's back. In Salvation, it was just a CGI cameo from him. But here, the cast is weak, the writing is weak, and the effects are mostly weak, and it just can't hold a candle to the first 2 or even 3. Just saying, guys, it's unnecessary because we didn't need it. Almost $200 million budget movie, and I don't know where the money went to. I don't get it. And the direction is nothing. Like Alan Taylor did better with Thor: Dark World because at least that was shorter and it was more eventful than this. This was dull, and this was just like ugh. Some of the action, like I said in the beginning, is good. Some of the effects in the beginning hold up a little bit, but the rest of the movie is very hit and miss. And if you like it, that's fine, but it's not for me. Anyway, that's my thoughts on Terminator Genysis, the 5th movie in the franchise. It's not good. But is it the worst thing ever? No. Because I've seen sequels that insulted me way worse. Like Son of the Mask, Superman 4, Batman and Robin. Those are way worse. This is just mediocre. And it could have been way better with an R rating, shorter running time, and better cast and better writing. That alone would have made the movie more watchable. But as is, it's a one watch. That's it. Thanks for watching. Take care. And I'll see you guys in the next one.